What's going on, guys? I'm here with one of my mentorship students, Hasan, who's actually just been killing the mentorship. He reached out to me, said he wanted to learn from me, and he was like, whatever it takes, I'm in. And that's exactly what we did. And he's been killing it. He's able to get a very profitable first property and also get a complete ROI on investment, on the mentorship, and even his friends saw the success, and they also reached out to me, and he was able to refer some of his friends to the mentorship as well. But yeah, Hasan, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? And
so my name is Hasan. I am currently 25 years old. I have just recently started this mentorship with Munib. 6 months into this is going great, and we'll be showing you guys a quick walkthrough of my first Airbnb unit and dive deeper into the process and how my experience has been thus far.
Let's do it.
Stay tuned. Yeah, so come on over. I'll show you guys what the apartment looks like. As you can see, here's the living room. It's a nice modern layout, open concept kitchen. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. We have the first bedroom over on this side with the ensuite bathroom. And if you come on over here, we have the second bedroom. I reached out to Munib for the Airbnb mentorship, and alhamdulillah, it's been great. It's been rewarding, and I couldn't have asked for a better mentor. It just streamlined the entire process for me. So
yeah, that's great to hear. But so before you started with this Airbnb business, what were you doing previously?
I'm in the construction industry full-time, working as a health and safety inspector. I also had a part-time renovation business going on. Yeah, I just figured, the more ways I have, the more avenues I have of income, the better. And who better to learn from than someone who's already, figured out the market and making when it comes to making money online. So I knew Munib. I had the fortune of knowing him since time, and just thought it was the right move. My main focus was just to grow my portfolio financially, and right off the bat, it wasn't even a no-brainer. I was like, I want to reach out to you, and just grow my portfolio in that sense.
Yeah.
So that's where it took off from.
Yeah, and now we're here.
Talk
to me a little bit about what made you want to reach out and start an Airbnb business.
So again, like I said, since I had been following you since time, I knew you were the right person, credible person. You had the portfolio, you had the knowledge and experience, right? For me, like I said, managing a part-time business, working a full-time job, I didn't have time to come home and study on the side to try and build something of my own. I could have probably done it, but it would have taken me a lot of time. So I was like, you know what? It makes the most sense to get a mentor who, again, the trust element was the biggest for me. I trusted you from the get-go, we had worked out together, we had some interaction, so it's not like you were a complete stranger. And like I said, since I was following you since time, I had seen your portfolio, seeing the lifestyle you live.
Yeah.
I just wanted to learn from somebody, and of course, I was like, I'm willing to do whatever the amount is, that whatever I had to pay for it. I was like, I'm all in, So
yeah,
thankfully, things went according to plan, and now here we are now. So
how did you find the Airbnb journey specifically, getting started with this business and buying the first property, how that process?
Well, first of all, I just want to say I realized that it's not always about working hard, you got to work smart as well.
Yeah.
Especially being in the construction industry, you don't always have to do back-breaking work, Sometimes you just have to know, especially with the tools that exist today, you have to know what tool to use for and what way. And as far as it goes for acquiring the property, it was straightforward. Again, there are tools that you had introduced me, right, for searching the right property, making sure that before we even went through with it, that we were certain that the property is gonna, be profitable. So the setup process, straightforward, I had your guidance, so setting up wasn't anything hard for me, especially when the unit already came furnished. All the work was already done.
Exactly. It's turnkey.
Yeah.
To be honest, you got probably the best deal that exists, picture perfect when it comes to what we're looking for in the Airbnb business.
Yeah.
a luxury furnished apartment. Everything's there.
100%.
You get the keys. You post it on Airbnb the next day, and you have a guest come in the next day after that.
Yes, exactly. And to be honest, even right now, I'm just looking for my future, properties. Best thing to do is just look for furnished ones, saves you a lot of work. And even if you do have to furnish it, like you can go ahead and do that if it's worth it,
Yeah.
So that just comes through a little bit of research, nothing hard, as long as you're utilizing the tools that are available,
So sure, yeah. And I see that, you made a couple little touches to the unit.
Yes.
How did you find the process of like, the setup process? Like, how much time do you think was involved or went on? Because to be honest, I feel like this property, it was like just.
Oh, 100%. It was like, it was ready to go. Like, as soon as we got the unit, it was like within a couple of days, we had put it up on, the listing. We had put up the listing, and like, it was very straightforward. Like I said, we did as directed on the app, make the listing, got like the last few things, Wi-Fi setups and all that, but aside from that, it was very straightforward.
Yeah.
And like
2 or 3 days of
exactly 2-3 days of work. Again, me coming from a construction background, for me, I was just like, this is a walk in the park,
Yeah.
Straightforward, no back-breaking work required. It's like anybody can do it,
Exactly. That's what I love about this business.
Yeah.
Like, work smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
Like, instead of using like physical effort,
Yeah.
and maybe even like you can work really hard in like one space, but it's like the time to reward ratio is not the same.
Yes.
Whereas with Airbnb businesses, it's like you do smart work,
Yeah.
put in a little bit of time, get the property acquired, set up,
Yes.
and then you're able to continue seeing passive income
Definitely. Yeah.
from it. So
That's the best part about it, is passive income,
Yeah.
Like, oftentimes it ends up being like better than whatever a traditional 9 to 5 would pay you. So
yeah,
that's the biggest benefit of it. So
so when it comes to like the operations and whatnot, how did you find that process? Because you actually live in a different city.
yes. Yeah. So one might say, I've actually been asked this question before. Like, I have a friend who I told about this property I have, and he asked me, he's like, how do you manage everything living in a city 5 hours away? I said, having the right team is the most important thing,
Yeah.
And as long as you have the right team and they're properly trained and instructed on what needs to be done, everything is manageable just from the from your phone, pretty much. Yeah.
And so going back to like working smart, not working hard.
Exactly. Yeah. You don't have to be there each and every time for each and everything, like I'd say you don't have to be there at all sometimes.
Yeah.
For the most part. So,
and I think also it definitely probably helps you a lot to be able to use the same team that I have.
yes.
Like the virtual assistants,
Yeah.
cleaners,
Their experience.
they're pretty much take care of everything.
Yes.
So having an experienced team definitely
For sure.
streamline that process even more so.
Definitely. For sure.
So I think that's one thing that I feel like is a big perk for my students. It's like,
Yes.
give them my team does 99% of the work.
Yep.
So you can be in a different city, the property runs on its own.
Yeah.
Printing money, as long as you just pay attention, see what's going on.
Yes. Just chime in here and there.
Yeah.
If anything, it's always, I would highly recommend for anybody who's who has a team handling all the operations. It's always nice to chime in. It's good for your own learning experience, right? Like what to do and what specific scenario. How do you respond to the guest, or how do you respond just in general to any inquiry? 100%. Yeah, you just replicate. From the first one, you just apply that to the next one and the next one, pretty much.
Definitely, yeah. So as far as like how much time you were putting towards taking care of the property, what would you say it was like? Because I think that's something people always are kind of concerned about, is like, hey, I work a different job, or
I see.
There's this, I'm not sure if I can dedicate this much time towards new business.
Yeah, so that's the thing. If you can't put in like at least 60 hours a week, then no, I'm kidding. No, funny enough, there are days like I can forget about it, honestly,
Yeah.
I don't have to put in any time. Like I said, having the right team, is the main thing. It is the most important thing. If your team handles everything, you're basically hands off, you know, like it's really, really passive for you. You can just be passive and, you know, let the team do the work. And yeah, like it requires almost like no involvement on your end, as long as like I said, again, emphasis on having the right team.
The right team, yeah, exactly.
That's it. So
I think that's,
yeah, like I can literally, sorry to cut you off, but I was just to finish off, I was gonna say it allows me to, if anything, acquire, you know, my revenue from this and reinvest it in other businesses that I have on the side, right? While still being able to invest all my time into the other businesses. So rather than having to invest some time on my other business and then coming back to the Airbnb, it's like all my time and attention can be used towards things of my own interests.
That you want to focus on.
100%. So
I think that's important, especially with like one property, very easy to manage. For the most part, everything's running smoothly. You're in a different city. Even for me, like being in multiple different countries. As long as I have the right team, the right system in place. It just runs on autopilot.
Exactly.
And you know, I see the chat. You know, and it's like weeks go by where I don't see a message from you.
Exactly.
You know,
that's right.
And that's great to see. And sometimes, you know, that's amazing. Sometimes there are some issues that come up. Talk to me a little bit about what were some of the revenue numbers and some of the profit numbers that you're invested, and like also like the investment capital, because I think that was the beauty of this being a furnished unit. You know, just paying first and last.
For sure.
Literally next to be honest, nothing to get started with the property, which it's over $1 million. To buy a property like this, but
100%.
We're able to get in. I believe so. I think the rent is like
4700.
Okay.
So yeah, rent is 47. Again, just get started. We invested, investment cost up front was around 11, I would say 11,000, including like the first and last. A little bit, like I said, the chairs, wanted to change those up, adding the turf, you know, like just the last minute few touches. I don't think it came more than like 11,000, and we started in July, start of July, first week of July, we went live, and by the end of August we had broken even on that initial investment cost. You know, which is crazy to think. You know, like August we had hit in terms of the ROI. We reached I think the revenue in August was 18,000, I believe. In the month of August. And even the starting month of July, like I said, we started 1 week into July, so we didn't even get one full month to capitalize on. But just 3 weeks of July that we had been live for, we were in the green. We had made profits, and then August was a high. September, I think, was our all-time high, if I'm not mistaken.
We had that crazy long.
But 100%. So we were making like on average like 15,000 easily. You know, we were bringing in of total revenue, and then
so break-even time of like, what is that, like 6 weeks?
Pretty much, like 1.5 months, I was gonna say. Break even.
I feel like that's unheard of, you know. When it comes to a real estate investment. Because they'll tell you like, hey, buy a property, you don't know if the property's gonna go up or down, you put in so much capital, but something like this, invest 10K and make it back within 6 weeks.
100%.
And now you have a cash flowing property.
That you didn't have to pay, you know, crazy amounts of down payment for. So
and didn't have to buy the furniture, didn't have to do anything else.
Exactly.
So honestly, that's why I love this business.
100%.
Seeing that happen, it's
100%.
It's like clockwork, you know.
For sure.
All right, I need 20 of these.
For sure.
To scale it up.
100%.
And like seeing those numbers, like 15, 18, 20K. In revenue. Rent is like
47.
You know, like
so you do the math, you know. Exactly.
It's beautiful. And then
definitely.
So how was the, you know, like just seeing the first bookings come in, like how was occupancy? Because, you know, everybody's kind of sometimes scared investing into it. They're like, what if my place doesn't get booked?
You're looking at like crazy numbers, man. And occupancy is always for this unit like 80% and above. Like it's always been. Like again, that was like the main concern, just like everybody else. I had that as well, you know. You might remember me addressing this concern. I was like, what if it doesn't get booked, you know? But one, after we had done the research properly, looked at the tools with the tools available. Once we did that, and two, after seeing the apartment in person and just seeing how many people actually here, are checking in and out, I realized I'm like, okay, like this place is booming,
Yeah,
like that, that concern right away was gone out the window.
Yeah.
Again, it's I understand it's a bit of a scarcity mindset we might have at first, of course, like rightfully so,
Yeah.
because it is a risk we're taking. Is like worst case, you're having to deal with overhead, right, every month.
No, the first booking come in right away.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you're like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm convinced like this works.
Exactly.
Then the next booking comes in,
Yeah.
and then it just snowballs, and then the listing takes off.
Definitely.
And then as soon as that break even point happens,
Yeah.
you're like, okay, I got all my money back. And
Exactly.
now it's like the property is running like on the
Yeah.
house's money.
Exactly.
With no additional capital invested.
100%.
So talk to me about your future plans, because this is just the first property.
Yes.
And my goal was to provide value with the mentorship as soon as I could.
For sure.
And in you being one of the first students, I wanted to make sure that you would see results, you would see an ROI. And I feel very confident now, knowing that I'm able to replicate my results
100%.
with my students.
Alhamdulillah.
And then now you can take these skills and take
Definitely.
because if I did multi-million dollars in revenue, and profit,
100%.
there's no reason why you can't do the same.
For sure, yeah. And honestly, yeah, that's one thing I really, really appreciate about you. That one thing that kind of makes you stand out, like you don't gatekeep anything. If anything, you show others what the possibilities are, you inspire others just to work up to, if anything, the same level as you, because like you said, you got to have the abundance mindset, and there's always enough to go around, And in terms of my future plans with it, I'm ready to go bigger. I'm already I could say I've acquired enough experience and knowledge where I feel really, really comfortable taking on even like partners, people I can partner up with to go invest in bigger properties, or if I want to go for a bigger one myself, I'm just looking to replicate it and just scale it to the next level now. So yeah, like whether it be second property, third property, that's the goal now.
I'm looking forward to seeing that,
For sure.
to seeing you grow. Thanks you guys for tuning in. And if you are interested in the mentorship, I don't know at what point I might open up more slots for the one-on-one mentorship. I think I'll focus on the group coaching, but I'm happy I was able to make results happen here.
No, for sure. Yeah.
With you. So
100%. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure, brother.
Thank you.
Nice having you, man.
For sure.